Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all on Tuesday? Now, yeah, doing two shave videos in a row, and not only that, but we're doing two-sided thingies again. There's an old country song that starts out talking about the word is out all around town that you've been seen out running around. Yeah, well, that's what happens when I use two-sided thingies too much. I start getting, hey, Fuzzy. I hear you've been out there with them two-sided thingies. They say that time heals a broken heart, but I'll still get a bunch of notices. All right, so today we're going to use the second razor that Michael gave me the other day, and it is called the FlatBoy. I have not gone and researched it, and I did that on purpose because I just wanted, to figure out how to use it. I haven't even tried it yet, but Michael tells me that what it is. This is an Italian-made razor, solid brass, made in Italy, says right there on the base plate. And but what it does is it holds the blade flat. And apparently it was originally had a handle, came out the side or whatever, shavette, and then they put a handle on the bottom. Now again, I haven't researched that. That's just what I was told. It's a very heavy handle on it. The head has got some weight to it because, like I said, solid brass. I'm okay with that. I don't have any issues. So what we're going to do, we're just going to load it the same way we load everything else. It's two-sided. I'm going to use the same blade I had used. This third use blade should still be really good. If I think that's feeling funky and hurting anything, I'll change. But we're just going to lay it flat right there in the cap. Made up the base plate there. And see if we can get her to tighten down here. Which was absolutely no issue at all. Something doesn't quite look right. Let me try this again. Hey, like that. One of those kids out there running around with their noisy card. I see what the issue is. Okay, so it's got a little washer thingy that I let get out of place. How dare I? Alright, so there we go there. We'll put the washer back where it goes in the correct space. And then, oh yeah, that's much better. Now we got it. Sometimes you just got to look and see. So we got a third use blade in here, which should be plenty good. And it does, it's definitely flat. Look at that. It don't got that old bow in the blade that everybody says you got to have. Some people even talking about shimming razors, so it gets more of a bow in it. Want to shim something, put some windows in. Everybody knows what I think about that. I don't make any bones of it. Don't make any bones at all. Alrighty, so Mike likes Stirling soap. Michael does, so I got Stirling Spice. I don't have Stirling Spice aftershave. The only Stirling aftershave I have is Sharp Dressed Man, so that's what we're going to use. And then I have a Stirling boar brush. So we're going to make it a Stirling shave here, which is never a bad thing, by the way. I do indeed like Stirling soaps. I do recommend Stirling soaps. And we're just going to do what we always do and get us a good paste going. I picked up a cake of Stirling after I had gotten a sample size. And if I'm not mistaken, I put the sample size on top of the Stirling cake. And I put it in this old tub, which was something else at one time. And I'm still, I think, still using the sample. I don't think I've actually gotten down to the actual cake of soap yet. I use a lot of different soaps. What can I say? I don't use them up fast. All right. Stirling soaps are amazingly easy to lather. They're a good quality soap. They're good and slick. They have good scents. Last time I checked, they still had good prices. Now, that being said, I ain't looked in a while. So I could be wrong about that. But I know Michael likes them. He can tell you it's his favorite soaps. So, for Stirling Day, we go along with our FlatBoy. Not Fat Boy. FlatBoy, because it holds the blade flat. Michael has told me it feels like shaving with a shavette. But we'll see. We'll see. Remember, the thing about shavettes, as opposed to actual straight razors, is that they use these thinner blades. It's actually, to me, personally, it's a personal thing. Don't yell at me too much. Personally, I think it's easier to cut yourself with a shavette than it is with a genuine straight razor. No matter how sharp you get the straight razor, I think the disposable blades in the shavette are always going to be more apt to bite. I've always thought that. You can master a shavette, you can shave with anything. They also make some that are really lightweight, but I don't know how this turned into a shavette tutorial. We'll do that when we do an open blade shave here for long. Anyway, back to the FlatBoy. If you'll notice, the old Stirling spice here goes on smooth. It really does. Wonderful face lathering soap. Alrighty. Now let's see what they got. So where do you start with a new razor? The first time you pick a razor up you've never used before, do you start on the cheeks or do you start under the neck? I don't know. I think I usually start on the cheeks. But anyway, today, interesting feel. Doing a good job. I don't know. I don't see where now another thing is we just had a singles day of growth since we shaved yesterday, but I wanted to see. I was really curious about this thing. It does a really fine job. I thought maybe the angle, finding the angle was going to be a little bit hard, but it's not. But it's not something that after you've done this and you get your technique down, angle is not something you consciously think about. You put it up and your muscles move it around till it gets the right feel to it. Literally. Let me tell you this. It has some blade feel. However, I don't have that I'm fixing to wildly slit my throat feeling by any means. It's doing a very nice job, which I would expect. Very efficient. Comfortable shave. I would say if you like a heavier handle and just in general a heavier razor, you would like this. Again, I don't think razor weight makes a diddly do. Personally. Alright, let's see what we do in there. Across the grain here. That's not a bad looking two-sided thing either. I like the brass head. It doesn't lend itself to wow, that's nice. It doesn't particularly lend itself to overpressure. Doesn't particularly lend itself to underpressure either, but we'll even go a little bit of what's going to end up being against the grain under here. Trim up around that goatee as we go. Alright, well, it's definitely not any kind of a monster razor. Got a little sound, audio feedback to it I hear here. Yeah, I can hear some audio feedback coming across that cheek there, up near my ear. Well, you know, very nice shave. Now, I don't know what these are costing. I haven't looked it up. I didn't do any research on it. I just wanted to use it. But if you like two-sided thingies and you like, you know, getting something a little newer, fangled, two-sided thingy, and you like brass and you like heavy, you might think about this one. I'd say, now, I say it's a really nice shave. Is it a better shave than I got from the Hoffrits the other day, or is it a better shave I got from the super speed the other day or anything along those lines? No, not really. They all give good shaves. But it's definitely a good shave, and it's, not a lot of effort required. Man, that's nice. And that's one good way to judge a razor you haven't used, is to use it on a day's growth. It can be harder for some reason to get a good, really close, smooth shave on a day's growth. It can be harder than if you got 2 or 3 days growth. And I've never worried about the science behind that. That's just how I've always felt about it. So if you want to see how good a razor you have, use it for an everyday razor for a while. Get to know it. See what it does when you shave every day. All right, well, I still got what I would consider my normal rough areas. One thing is, I didn't come across this chin at an angle when I did my cross grain, did I? I was talking, I did it different. That's all right, though. All right. There we go. Man, that's nice. Michael, thank you, my friend. Another beautiful shave from a razor I got from you. And that is the Flathead, made in Italy, solid brass razor. And it doesn't put the bow in. But believe it or not, the bow in the razor is not as an important thing as people make it out to be. Imagine that. The other things that people make out to be really important, I found aren't as important. Now, it took me some time on some of them. Like I said, I used to be a huge fan of prep. Spend time, and you really don't need to. But, opinions can change as technique and skill levels improve. And that definitely happens sometimes. But that is a fine, fine, fine shave. And remember, that's what we shoot for here. We're looking for a dang fine shave. We're not worried about that BBS stuff. Because we can get it. I can go against the grain. I can get against the grain, smooth everything up. But hours later, and not many hours at that usually, I'm right back with the sandpaper. So why risk the irritation? Nobody's going to walk up to you and put a hand on your face. Well, maybe if you're married. I'm not. I'm an old, 17 years happily divorced now guy. But, so nobody's going to walk up and grab me by the face and pat my face and check my shave out. Well, not but once. And, So a little Sharp Dressed Man here by Stirling, which is a very fine aftershave. I wear it at times. I don't think it really rates with, the classic aftershaves I have, the classic Aqua Velva and Old Spice. Yesterday, we wore the Brute knockoff and that kind of stuff. So I don't think it rates up there with that. It's different. It's more of a modern perfumey, cologne. I guess cologne smell is the best way to put it. But it's still really good. I really enjoy it. And so does people around me usually. All right, so there we go. One more look at it, boys and gals. If you're looking for something a little different, it's something that you don't have and you hadn't played with something like before, get a FlatBoy. Don't let them fool you. It's not a tremendous jump, not a real big deal. It's not like shaving with a straight razor or a shavette style razor. It's just shaving with a double edge and a two-sided thingy. It is a little bit different from your regular two-sided thingy because of the way the blade held, but you adjust that with your angle anyway. That's what I tell people. Different razors, you adjust the angle and you get what you want. You don't need to shim things, and you don't need to do this, and you don't need to modify that. And it's shaving. But it's like a lot of things in life, and that's why I make the distinction. All right, y'all have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I'm going to get dressed and go walk the dogs and go to work. You have happy shades to you.